I'm going to go deep into these 5 layers. There are 5 different layers that you need to actually, you need to break through at these levels, okay? And it took me a long time to realize this. I've been struggling online for more than 5 years. I was stuck at an income level. I hit the glass ceiling. I was not able to break through. And the day that I realized that I had to take responsibility of my own life. I need to get into this journey of, educating myself and also working on the mindset, because a lot has to do with the mindset. How many of you here believe that in order to be successful in any part of, forget about making money or anything, in order to move forward and create results, a lot has to do with mindset. Yes or no? How many of you agree with me on this? Just type I agree in the comment box. Yeah, mindset is one of the most important factors. And most of us are brought up with different kinds of mindsets based on our upbringing, based on our background, based on our our situation, our schooling system, our teachers, our parents, our society, religion. There are so many factors that influence our thinking patterns and our thought patterns that sometimes it actually keeps us stuck. It does not allow us to grow because we don't want to, we want to conform to a few ideals and a few things on how things should actually be. But once you start to expand your horizon and once you start to think about different ways of getting things done, and then when you step into your power and you start taking action and when you get into this journey of re-education, relearning, then things will change. So in other words, your success, if you want to hit like $1 million, say in the next year and next 2 years, you got to think in terms, you have to think differently. Your operating system has to change. You cannot expect, to have major results in your life if your operating system is still old. Yeah? All of you just type in the comment box. If you're watching this live, just type in the comment box, OS change. OS changes, your operating system has to change. You got to rewire things a little bit. And in this video, I'm going to uncover that. I'm going to help you what aspects you need to rewire. Okay, what are the elements what are those 5 areas that you need to rewire so that whatever you do after that, once you do it with awareness, it creates a massive results for you, for your life and so on. Okay, so it's going to be, this is the topic for today, is the 5 layers to break through to become a digital millionaire. And it's mainly lessons that I've learned after 5 years of struggle. And I have to acknowledge that some of the content in this video, I have learned from one of my mentors. His name is Sam Owens, consulting.com. He does more than $3 million per month. And some of these core principles that I'm going to share with you is what I've learned from him. Okay. And of course, my mentor, Vic as well, Vic Strizes. So it's an amalgamation of both the lessons I've learned from both of my millionaire mentors, and I'm sharing that with you. Okay. So the first concept I want to share with you is what's the difference in terms of mindset between millionaires and broke. Okay. Those people who are achieving great results financially in their life versus those people who are struggling and grinding it and, on a monthly basis, who are struggling to even make ends meet. And you cannot blame society, you cannot blame situations, you cannot blame people, but you have to blame yourself. Okay, because first of all, you need to get out of that mindset of entitlement. Okay, when you move out of the mindset of entitlement, that is where things will start to move forward in your life. As long as you're thinking that everything I deserve, this should come to me, nothing will come to you. The only thing that will come to you is more and more struggles. Okay, so you have to first make that flip over there. So here are some concepts that I want to share with you. So if you look at successful people, those are financially successful, healthy success in their health, wealth, and relationships. Okay, now when it comes to digital millionaires, the first point is you need to be a multidiscipline personality. What do I mean by multidiscipline? You cannot say this is what I do and that's all I do. You need to be having a wide range of knowledge for you to be able to grasp things much faster. Okay, because a single discipline mindset will actually make you a specialist. What do I mean by specialist? It'll make you a professional, and you can only get paid for that. But millionaires and billionaires, they are multidisciplinary. That means they have an awareness of a wide range of topics, and they're able to get people to do it for them. They're able to set up systems to actually drive it forward. Because if you're the only expert in your field, then, and if you're providing that as a service to somebody else, then you'll be more in demand, and that's where you'll have more of your time going there, and you only have that much of a limit. You'll make some money, no problem, but you won't be able to really scale into the millions or the billions. So you got to be a multidisciplinary personality, and that's what's going to be helping you. Okay. The other thing, like I already mentioned, your operating system. Each one of us have our operating system. And I'll give you an analogy. Imagine you have like a Windows 95, the old Windows 95 operating system. And if you install the latest version of Photoshop or whatever on it, what's going to happen? Type in the comment box. What's going to happen? It's going to crash and burn, right? In fact, it won't even install in the first place. And even if it does install, it will go into that blue screen, which is a Control-Alt-Delete screen. All of you know that screen, the dreaded blue screen in the olden days. Why? Because the OS is not able to handle the new applications. So similarly, our brain also has an operating system. It runs on a particular operating system. So see, there's so much of knowledge out there on the internet space. And I also had this knowledge on how to build funnels, how to build systems, how to drive traffic, and all that stuff I already knew. But my operating system was not ready to receive the results. Okay. See, I tell people, see, the knowledge, imagine this as knowledge. This is the truth. This is the knowledge where you know, if you follow this, it's going to work for you. Some people have followed this and it's working for them. And on the other side, you have you over here. Okay. And the knowledge is working. But this factor, this you, every person is different. Every person's background is different. Every person's situation is different. Every person's belief systems are different. Every person's operating system is different. So even though, like many people ask me, Sid, why are not everybody in your community getting results? A lot of people are getting results. But I tell the same thing. Okay, I'm giving the same knowledge to the same person, to this person, and same knowledge is going to different people, but only some of them are getting results. Why? Because the variable, it is not the knowledge. The variable is you. The variable is the operating system in which your brain is running right now. The variable is all the belief systems that you have right now. The variable is the way that they're able to deal with setbacks, the way they're able to deal with those negative thoughts that keep coming to your mind, and how you're able to reprogram. So it all has to do with your mindset. All of you getting it? Knowledge is there, but you are the variable when it comes to results. So let's come back over here. If this makes sense, just type bang on in the comment box. Type bang on in the comment box. So your operating system is what really makes a difference, whether you are somebody who is broke or you're somebody who is getting financially successful. It all has to do with this. Okay. The other thing is you need to look at the foundation of your house. Now, what do I mean by that is, what are the guiding principles that are helping you build your house or your skyscraper or whatever you want to call it. Okay. And I usually tell, even in my coaching group here, that you need to really have the strong foundations. And the foundations, what I mean by that is, what are your daily habits, your daily practices, what's going into your head on a daily basis, what kind of information do you consume, what kind of food do you consume, because it's not just about, watching videos all day or listening to podcasts or just reading books. I mean, that's not the factor. It is also, what do you do with that knowledge? So if you look at the habits, some of the habits that I tell everybody in my community to follow are these. So the first habit is listening to The Strangest Secret in the World by Earl Nightingale. They listen to it every single day. So it reprograms the brain. Writing your goals on a daily basis, that reprograms your mind. 3 is looking at your goal card, having a goal card. And 4 is staying connected with the community and on all our events. We have various meetups and various things that are happening in our community. So when all of these habits are set, this becomes like the foundation to your house. Okay. So now, having said that, these are the concepts. Let's now dive into the layers. All of you ready for layer 1? Just type layer 1 in the comment box. Thank you. Okay. So the first layer, and this is going to be pretty in-depth stuff here. Okay. This is not something that you would have seen or heard before. It's really some deep stuff, and I want you to absorb this knowledge, on a more deeper level. See, all of you know the example and the analogy of an iceberg. An iceberg, you can only see 10% of stuff on top, but there's 90% of the iceberg is below the water. And the same way, what I'm going to share with you here is that, okay, most of us, we are looking for the process and the mechanics. That is on the top of the iceberg. It's like, you want to know, what is the way to run Facebook ads? What is the mechanics of setting up systems? What is the mechanics of setting up funnels? Tell me how to do it and I will do it. And then what ends up happening is people have different kinds of results without understanding that there are 4 layers under that which you need to fix. Okay. So most of the trainings and most of the stuff that you see even in the e-learning space, people who are creating these courses and selling on, Udemy, Coursera, all the Simply Learn, all these different platforms, is everyone is focused on the mechanics. But nobody is focusing on the deeper stuff there. Okay. So let's start with the first layer. The first layer is, you need to have a mental awareness Like, we are talking about deep stuff, which is at a core level, like what is your purpose? What are your belief systems? Okay. What is your self-awareness? Are you able to analyze the patterns of your thoughts? Are you able to shift those patterns of your thoughts? What is your grounding like? Do you have some spiritual grounding or something which is going to keep you? So are you aware of how your patterns and how you're living is, and why are you doing what you're doing? Most people, they're clueless about this. That's why in my niche clarity blueprints, I have a course inside my community, is I tell people to craft a mission statement first, because if you don't have a mission statement, then there's no reason going and doing anything else. It has to go with a mission focus. You need to have a purpose. And sometimes people may not have that purpose, but you start to vocalize a purpose in the first version, and the purpose will evolve. It's not that it's forever the same purpose. Okay. All of you with me till this point? Just type with you. Okay. Just type deep stuff in the comment box. Type deep stuff in the comment box. So mental awareness is the first layer, which is one of the most potent layers, where if you're clear on your purpose, clear on your belief system, and most of the belief systems have to do with your belief about money, belief about people, belief about business, belief about entrepreneurship, belief about success. Some people have fear of success. Some people have fear of failure. Some people have a negative mindset about getting rich, because they are programmed into the society like that. So their belief system is it's wrong. And that's why they think about this. I mean, imagine this. Imagine that you have a mindset that rich people are bad. Okay. No matter what I tell you, no matter what process and what mechanics I give you, that fundamental mental awareness, there's something wrong there. So how can you get results? So you have to fundamentally change that. And how do you change that? It can be changed. You got to now install a new set of beliefs. What do you mean by install a new set of beliefs? Is by working on yourself, by being strong in your mindset, by being aware of your patterns and thoughts and the grounding and your purpose. Okay. So this is the first layer. Now let's come to the next layer. The second layer is the mental cognitive layer, mental cognition. So under cognition, you have a few elements over here. You need to have these elements. You need to be good at critical thinking. You should be able to think from different perspectives. You need to be a problem solver. This is where most people quit. They hit a roadblock, their Facebook ad accounts get shut down, or they come into the system, they follow the course, and then they say, I tried it, it did not work for me, so I give up. Now that's where the problem solving skills is not there. At a mental cognition layer, they have lost. Okay. Then this one, third one, is the prioritization and scheduling, learning how to say no. Most people, they keep saying yes, 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 yes for every single thing. And sometimes it's good to say no to many things so that you can say yes to the things that matter the most. So prioritizing and scheduling is another element of mental cognition. The other thing is you need to be good at pattern recognition. This is more what you call as hyper awareness. Like, you should be able to see patterns, where the world is going. In fact, I did a video last month which went viral, which was, the top 20 crashing industries. Just go and look me up on YouTube and just type top 20 crashing industries. You'll see that actually did its rounds, and it went viral. Why? Because I was looking at patterns, and I just made a list of all those patterns in the form of a mind map like this, and I just recorded a video. It was a 20 minutes video, and that went crazy. But because of the mental cognition, I just wanted to activate that. I just sat for one day for 30 minutes, and I made a list of what are the industries that are going to go down and what are the industries that are going to grow. And I just made a simple video. It came out from my own thought process. So pattern recognition and having hyper awareness of the world is one of the most important factors for your success. Okay. Planning and planning for contingencies is one of those aspects, especially if you're running a digital business. Delegating stuff and systemizing things. All of this comes under mental cognition. Delegating things which are your pain areas. Initially, I tell my students, you have to do everything. You need to be hands-on on every single aspect of the digital business model. And once you get better and better at doing things, and once you realize how things work, then you can start to outsource. You can start to outsource your advertising. You can start outsourcing your content. You can start outsourcing your community-based building. But initially, you need to be hands-on. Okay. Most people, they want to take a shortcut. They say, let everybody do everything else for me. I just want to do what I'm good at. No, but before you become what you're good at, you need to be aware of what is possible. So delegating is another part, and systemizing. I'm a huge believer of systemizing. Wherever I see it is taking more of my time, is a repetitive task, I just see how I can systemize that or automate it or delegate it or get somebody else to do it. Okay, so there's all of this comes under the layer of mental cognition. Critical thinking, problem solving, prioritization, planning, pattern recognition. So there is this layer over there. Okay, good stuff. All of you just type good stuff in the comment box. Yeah, type good stuff in the comment box. Now I'm peeling layer by layer. Okay, I'll come to process and mechanics at the end. Now let's come to the third layer. There's one layer above mental cognition, which is called the business principles. On what principles are you running your business? What are your thoughts about business? This is more about life, your mental awareness about life and your beliefs. Here is more to do with your mind. Okay, like this, I would say mental awareness is more to do with your heart and things that which are more core, and here's more on the mind side. Now we are coming a little bit more above there. And business principles are more to do with what are your values and beliefs about business. Things like how to run a business. What is your idea about what is a successful business? Some of you have some ideas about it. Okay. Things like, are you cash flow focused? Like for example, these are some of the stuff that I believe in. Is like, for me, it's all cash flow based. I don't like to take debt in business. Okay. If it's going to be debt, yes. If it's going to be a positive debt, that's great. But I don't want to just simply borrow money and while there's already a bleeding ship. Okay. It does not work that way. So it's all about cash flow. First, fix the cash flow. And then if you're taking debt, it only has to be for scaling. Only when you know that it's scalable. Okay. Student obsession. So ensuring like people get results. Long-term focused. Like these are some of the principles. Like if I make any decision, it has to be long-term. I don't want any short-term gain here. It's always about long-term gain. Okay. And then not following the crowd. If everybody is doing that one thing, how I can be different? Break it to the first principles. Like first principles are more to do with like, what can I do right now which can have a compounding effect down the line. Like right now, I mean, I've been doing webinars for like 20 plus months and it's pretty much the same concept. I kept improving it more and more and more. I didn't keep changing my messaging. I didn't keep changing my my focus. Yeah. So the principles are like just focusing on one thing and building it, going deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay. So these are the values. So you may have your own set of values and beliefs about how you want to run a business. Okay. And this is a concept which was introduced to me by my mentor, Blair Singer. He talks about something called the code of honor. How you can actually, create a set of principles and values that can protect you from yourself. Because all of us have this monkey mind that can jump around. So we are looking at things like these are some of the codes that I live by, which is freedom, growth, integrity, abundance, contribution. Okay, these are like the 5 values on which I'm building my community. And this also aligns the entire community to think in terms of the value system. So if you want to really be like hit the millions and stuff like that, you need to be very mindful of what are your values and beliefs about running a business and what are those codes that you will set for yourself. What values will you set for yourself that will protect you from you? Got it? All of you just type powerful stuff in the comment box. Type powerful stuff because now this is real powerful stuff. I don't think many people talk about this stuff. And that's why, what I'm sharing with you here is something I learned from Sam Owens, who does like $3 to $4 million per month. And he's one of the awesome thinkers that I know on this planet. Okay. And what I'm sharing with you is stuff that I've learned from him with my own, way of putting it, in this format. Now let's come to layer number 4 is business discipline. So once you have the mental awareness, once you are working on that part, it's not like you'll never arrive at this. It's a constant work that you need to work on. Once you have the mental cognition, once you have a strong set of values and principles on which you want to build your business, then comes the next part, which is your business discipline. How can you discipline yourself for business? Okay, so what do you mean by that? We're talking about stuff like this. There are different disciplines in business. And it also means that you being aware of the different, verticals. Like marketing is one of the disciplines. The sales process is a discipline. Product development is a discipline. Research is a discipline. Accounting and tax is a discipline. Personal finances management is a discipline. Okay. Now you can go deeper into marketing. You can look at, traffic generation as a discipline. List building as a discipline. Conversion is a discipline. And that'll come under sales process. Okay. Tribe building is another discipline. I mean, these are the main disciplines under business. Okay, so it is not. You need to be aware of all of the disciplines. How does it work? And then once you are aware of this, then comes the process and mechanics. The process and mechanics are all. There are many things that keep changing. List building, video marketing, conversion tracking, copywriting, tribe building, people management, culture building, pricing structure and compensations. Tools, how to use the tools. But the problem today is everybody, they want to go straight into the tools. Like, which tool are you using? How are you making money using that tool? It is not the tool. I hope all of you realize it's about you. It starts here, where most of the training and most of the stuff that you see out there, it's all focusing on the process mechanics, how you can generate more leads, how you can make more money through videos, how you can become a great copywriter in 2 hours, how you can, all of you have seen these marketing messages, right? In fact, I made a post on this in my Facebook group. Anyone who's using that as a hook, it's good as a hook. As a marketing, we use different kinds of hooks, but the honest truth is, the hook works to the extent that once they come inside your world, you tell them the reality of how much hard work is there to be done. Because if you are propagating a message to people saying that success is easy, come here and push this button and you'll see your bank account fill like magic, that is the worst and the biggest disservice that you can do to your community, because it does not work that way. There's nothing like getting rich quick. Okay? You have to get rich by understanding that it's all about a journey of you building you and you building yourself in all these different 5 layers. Looking at your mental awareness, your mental cognitive skills, the way that you design your business principles, your business disciplines, and then you're going into mastering each of these areas of the different mechanics. Like if you take list building itself, I have a whole philosophy of list building, a very different way of doing list building, like as compared to many others, because it is coming from a different route altogether. Yeah, it is not a outside in approach; it's like an inside out approach. So list building, there's video marketing. So each of these, it stems from a different route altogether. So what I want to tell all of you is that this stuff is not something which you will gain or you will gain mastery over like overnight. It is going to be a work in progress. Okay, it's always a work in progress. But having said that, if you commit to yourself, in 90 days you can make some major shifts in your life. Like for me, when I was stuck in my income level at like say 50,000, 1 lakh rupees per month, 2018 I made some major shifts in my life. Like I started to follow the system and I started to follow one mentor. I would do exactly what he tells me to do, and I stopped using my brains too much. I just decided to work on myself and my mindset. And within a matter of 90 days, I hit my first $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 in a single month. And then it only kept moving up because of that relentless focus on these 5 layers. Okay. And every month, small tweaks were being done on the systems. It was not like major shifts that were happening. Small tweaks, better optimization. Some months I would make some poor decisions and boom, the income would drop. Then I would look at the patterns, because you also need to have a negative setback to look at what positive things you can bring out of it. Okay, especially in a business. Maybe you'll spend money on ads, you spend money more, and then suddenly your cost per lead shoots up, your conversions will start to go down. I mean, there are many variables which you're going to be facing in your business. At that point, when you go through negative setback, that is where these elements come into play. Your mental cognitive skills. Are you a problem solving kind of a person, or if you give up, that's it, you're gone. Most people, they miss out on this point. They think that success is, this person just made it just like that. They don't realize how much of effort and how much of heartburn has gone in, how many sleepless nights has gone into perfecting a system to make it really work. And you need to be willing to go through that journey. It's not going to be an easy journey, but it's a journey that is worth it if you're able to follow that. Okay, does this make sense? Just type "I'm a warrior" in the comment box. You got to be in the warrior mindset. Okay, you want to hit $1 million in sales. It is not a cakewalk. Your first million, like my mentor has told, is the hardest, and I know how hard I have worked to achieve that first breakthrough milestone. Okay, and he said the next million is going to be much faster, because now the formula is set in. At the DNA level, it is going to be it's already set. It's just a matter of scale now. Okay, so I want all of you to think about this on a more deeper level. Okay, because this is what it really takes. It's not about push button success. It is not about getting rich quick. It's not about even somebody comes to you just going and buying a course and expecting, okay, this course is going to change my life. No, the course is going to give you a guidance. That's it. But you got to work on yourself. Okay, you got to work on yourself. So what I'm going to do is those of you who are still not, if you're not in my community, if you're not aware of exactly what I do, what I suggest is go to this link. Okay, there's a link here, sids.co/formula. In fact, I'll just give this link over here. As soon as I close this video, I want you to go and watch that formula so that you can understand where I'm coming from, like what is the actual formula. Just give me a second, I'll just pull it up over here. Hold on. Yeah, this is the link. Okay, you can see the sids.co/formula. Go here. It's one of my videos. You can go and watch it, and there I actually break it down into the system, the formula that actually helped me scale rapidly. And even inside this video, I'm going to give you a glimpse of Sam Owens over there, okay, like on how he was able to, how he does over $3 million in a month. Okay, there's a small video segment over there. It'll literally blow your mind. Like he shows his entire system, his Facebook, how much he spent, and his daily he makes around 50 to 60 lakhs per day, $100,000 per day. Okay, and I'm learning this stuff from guys like this. I just blindly following them. Okay, I'm not really thinking too much. If they would give me a thought process and an idea, I just follow that. But the key is, I like to give it my own flavor. I want to give it my own twist to it based on my understanding and my assimilation, my learnings for my target market, for my audience. Okay, so don't be a copycat in this marketplace. Be somebody who can really add value based on the experiences that you learn from others. Okay, and give it your own flavor, because all of us are unique in this world. Okay, so perfect. I'm going to be signing off right now. And go to that link once more. I just want to give you that link, sids.co/formula. Go watch that video. And if you found this video useful, I would like you to share this video. Please share this video. If you're watching this on my fan page, hit the share button, share it on your wall, because somebody else who's watching this, by you sharing this, you're going to pay it forward. And somebody who may be struggling during this time, some business owner, whatever, maybe someone in your family, your relative who are struggling, this one video could make a difference to their life, because once they understand how these 5 layers work, it could change the trajectory of their life and business. So please pay it forward. And for every share that you do, I'm going to be looking at the shares that are happening on my fan page. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can even share it on Twitter and other places. Please go and do that, because and I'll be monitoring all the shares, and I'll personally go and like your shared post as well. Okay. So thank you so much. Cheers. God bless. Stay connected. And at the end of that video, when you watch that formula video, take action, jump into the bandwagon, get into my community, and I would be more than happy and willing to support you on your journey to achieving whatever goals that you have. All the best. Take care.